Good morning. Welcome back to the start of another weekly vlog. It is Monday morning and I am up, kind of. Mondays are always rough, especially yesterday. I spent the whole day relaxing with my family and then we ended up watching TV and it was like, let's watch another episode, let's watch another episode. And so I went to bed later than planned, therefore got up later than planned. So I'm doing a very shortened version of my morning routine, just getting in the essentials, my daily stoic, my gratitude journal, checking in with my health planner, and like getting my day set up. And that's basically all I'm doing this morning, which is totally fine. Something is better than nothing. And I talked about this in my goals video that for September, today's technically August, but for September, I'm focusing on some aspect of a morning routine, even if it's not the entire 2-hour version that I have put in my Routine Meister app. So I did a quick morning routine and then Sam got up and got in the shower, so I was able to make the bed. If he's still in it when I get up, then he is responsible for making the bed, but I actually kind of like making the bed. So if he's out of it by the time I'm like ready to make it, like I'll just do it. And now I'm gonna pack up all my work stuff and I'm gonna head up to my mom's apartment to actually work. Quick recap for those of you who may not be aware of my mom's like living situation. I've mentioned it in a few vlogs before, but I know we've had a lot of new faces join us around here. I've had a lot of people share that they just started watching this summer and didn't realize I didn't actually live in Texas. So I was in Texas this summer. I actually live in New York, but because of everything going on, we got out of New York. Now we are in Chicago, which is where my mom lives, and she lives in a high-rise in Lincoln Park. And they moved to the city when the last kid graduated high school. They were like, we're done with the burbs, and they sold the house in the burbs and moved to the city. But there's still 6 children on this side of my family. And so, and a lot of them were away at college, so they still needed a place to come home to on breaks and during the summer and whatever. So they knew that having a 2-bedroom condo, which is what they have and what they live in, wasn't gonna necessarily be big enough when everybody was home, like for the holidays or over the summer. But in Chicago, finding a 3-bedroom with like the view that my mom wanted and all those kinds of things was actually almost impossible or like insanely expensive. So it was actually less expensive for her to get a 2-bedroom and a studio in the same building. So the 2-bedroom is like where they live all the time. And actually I have one brother that's still in high school, but he lives with his mom full time and he's only here every other weekend at my mom and stepdad's. And so the 2nd bedroom is technically his bedroom, and that's their 2-bedroom. And then the studio where I'm at right now is basically like a hotel. Like it's basically, it's 2 queen beds and a queen pull-out sleeper sofa, and it's just for when kids are home from college or it's the holidays and everybody's home, there are beds and places for everybody to sleep. It's super nice during the non-school year because it's totally empty. So like family will come visit, not right now, obviously, like my aunts and uncles will come like stay here. Sometimes they will rent it out, like people in the building that they're friends with, if they have family coming and they don't really have space for them, they'll rent it for a weekend to someone in the building's family. Like it's, you know, again, it's kind of like a hotel, like a hotel space almost, but they have it mostly for our siblings. And then it's also a lot of nice extra storage for my mom in terms of there's 2 big closets. She now has an extra fridge, which, you know, when you're in the burbs, like of course you have an extra fridge in the garage, it's just easy. But now like she does have an extra fridge for like, you know, just extra stuff. So Sam is gonna be working down here and then I'm gonna go upstairs and work in my parents' apartment in my brother's bedroom because there's a desk in there as well. There's a desk in every room because everybody worked from home. And so my stepdad's desk is in their bedroom. My mom's desk, but she's now retired, was in my brother's bedroom. So that's where I'm gonna go work and get my day started. I had intentions of taking every day off this week, but work has just been so crazy that it felt like when I submitted my time off, I was like, okay, it feels kind of ridiculous to take the whole week. But now that it's here, tomorrow was kind of crazy. I have a lot of meetings and stuff, but today is kind of quiet actually. Like my boss is out and I actually don't have a ton of urgent stuff to do. I have a couple of things, but like I actually probably could have gotten away with taking today off. But it's okay. Sometimes it's kind of nice to have these slow days and like would have been worth to take a vacation day. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if you feel the same way if you work for like a corporate 9 to 5, but I actually have a lot of vacation time that I need to take because I haven't been traveling anywhere. All right, since I am not doing weekly plan with me's right now, I have had a lot of requests to share my weekly planner as part of the vlog. So I am totally down to do that. This week I am keeping it very simple with just my mild liners and a pen because I didn't want to deal with my stickers while we're here in Chicago. When we packed leaving Texas, I packed kind of strategically where I put things that could go straight onto New York in one suitcase, and then one suitcase is the things that we need here. So the stickers went in the straight to New York suitcase. So I'm just using pen this week, but I'm loving it so far. I'm gonna do a rainbow week. If you couldn't tell, that's what I've started. So far, I've just done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because that's all that we have plans for. Monday and Tuesday, both days I am working from here. And so it's just kind of the same normal setup, how I'm spending my morning, how I'm spending my lunch, a box for work, what I'm doing like right after work, and then the evening is just gonna be hanging out with my family. And then Wednesday I do have off, but we have a bunch of stuff going on. If you couldn't tell, I have a call for a online course that I'm taking, a live call that I'm excited to be able to join in since I'm not working. And then we have 2 bridesmaids dress appointments, and we're going to get brunch in between. So I decided to go ahead and get Wednesday set up. Thursday and the rest of the week is all still very much up in the air. We do have a couple random things planned the rest of the week, but I'm not gonna put it down because I kind of want to do it in order. So what I likely will do is just kind of set it up each day. It does feel a little bit repetitive to do it that way with my daily planner, but again, this is really more my week at a glance as well as something to go back and look back on, whereas my daily planner is really more like detailed to-do list items. So even though there is definitely, you know, some overlap, and especially setting it up every day instead of the week in advance, it's still different to me. So, and because it's only pen, it takes like 5 minutes to set up. Hello, happy Tuesday. I just got back from doing a workout up at the gym in my mom's building. My mom lives in a high rise, and so there's obviously a gym, and it is open. The max is 10 people in the gym, and you can only use every other machine, like the other ones are blocked off, and you have to keep your mask on the entire time. So at first I was like, meh, is it worth going up there, like having to work out in a mask? Because obviously up until this point, I have only worked out at home or like gone on walks, but I haven't been back to a gym since March like 5th was the last time I went to a gym. And so I was a little unsure at first, but they have a spin bike up there, like with actual clip-in options. So I packed my spin shoes so that they would be easily accessible. So I put them on and I went up there, and there were like 4 other people in there. Everybody had their mask on. And nobody was on a machine near the spin bike. It's like all the way against the wall by itself. And so I actually wiped it down before I got on it. I am hoping whoever used it last, or if it was cleaned professionally because it's earlier in the morning. But either way, I wiped it all down, including all of the knobs. That's something that I've never thought to wipe down on a spin bike before. I've only ever wiped down places that I would like sweat, like if I wipe it down at the gym. But I wiped down all of the like knobs for the adjustments, the seat height and distance and all those things. And I did that before I worked out so that I knew that the bike was clean when I was touching it. And then obviously I wiped it down after I was done for the next person as well. The view was gorgeous and it felt good. It felt good to like get a workout in, and I didn't feel bad like being up there. Now I think going to like a public gym like an Equinox right now, I think would feel a little bit different for me because this is in my mom's building. I know it's contained to people who live here, who follow the rules, or I mean, I guess if the rule at Equinox is also to keep your mask on, like I'm assuming people do it there too, where they get like yelled at. I don't know, for some reason I feel better, even though like, I don't know, it's a silly thought, but it does make me feel better that it's everybody in this building. So anyways, that's what I did this morning. I originally was gonna work out during lunch, and then I pulled up my work calendar to see how much time I had this morning, if I had an 8 o'clock call, if I needed to be in a rush. I was gonna edit, not work out, but I realized I have a noon and a 1 o'clock. Actually, it's 11 and noon central. And so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna try and work out during lunch. So I got it in this morning, and now I'm gonna shower and get logged on because it's getting very close to time to start work. All right, well, I was waiting for not weird car lighting to kick this off, but it's not gonna happen. So it is Wednesday, and we are headed to go bridesmaids dress shopping. I've mentioned this in a few places, but one of the things I really wanted to do was have a weekend that was just the bridesmaids and have everybody be able to try on dresses so that we could find something that everybody loved and felt comfortable in. But of course, COVID was like, no, that's not happening. So instead of having all my bridesmaids, I have my mom and my sister. who are my maid and my matron of honor. Yeah, not just to try on dresses and, you know, keep everybody's body type in mind and height and all those things to find a dress. I really want everyone to have the same dress. I know that it is super trendy to have different dresses, different styles, but I just think, like, I don't know, there's already so much different going on, like different hair and different heights and different people, and I think that it'll look cleaner with the number of people that we have on both sides to just have the same dress, and I think we can find something that everybody would love. And because we are going with red, I think I've mentioned that before, but if you haven't heard, we are planning to do red bridesmaids dresses. I don't want to sound like that stereotypical bride that's like, you can wear it again, but like, you can wear a red dress again. It is a perfect like holiday party dress or like Valentine's Day. Like, you definitely can wear a red dress again. So I want it to be something that maybe doesn't look too bridesmaids-ish. We're going to 2 different places today. One is more of a little bit boutique style, I would describe, because it's only here in Chicago. It's only here in Lincoln Park, or do they have more than one location in Chicago?
What?
No,
just Brideside?
No, Brideside.
Oh, Brideside.
No, Brideside has New York.
Oh, they have New York? Do they all have New York everywhere we're going?
New York.
So just kidding. They all have a New York location, which is great because, so of the 6 bridesmaids, 3 are here in Chicago, 2 are in New York. Well, one of them is technically in LA right now, but she's gonna be in New York in a few weeks. They actually just signed a lease on an apartment. I'm so excited. Anyways, so 2 are in New York, and then Sam's sister is down in Texas. So the first one we're going to today just has a New York. So Sam's sister would just have to give her measurements and hopefully get the right size, and likely have to get it altered. But then the other 2 have locations in Houston as well, so she would also be able to go try it on, which is really helpful. So hopefully everything goes well. I'm so excited. This is also the first like thing besides, I mean, we went to Austin to do tastings, cake tastings and catering tastings. Otherwise, we haven't done anything. The entire month of August, we did not leave the house. Like, we went to the beach. That's the extent of our leaving the house, but we didn't go anywhere in August. So I'm excited to like actually go out and do something that feels somewhat normal, even though we have our masks in hand. Good morning. It is Thursday. I actually love the day after I curl my hair. I love putting my hair up into a ponytail. Somebody asked me once if I curl my hair, like when I have it like this, she was like, do you curl your hair before you put it in the ponytail or afterwards? I was like, well, actually today I didn't curl it at all. This is leftover curls from yesterday, just thrown up into a ponytail. It's one of my favorites. Anyways, it is Thursday morning. I am off work again today. So we are going to, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is order my December daily. So those products go on sale at 9 a.m. Central, and it's about 8:15 now. And so I'm gonna head up to my mom's, get some coffee, get settled on my computer and whatnot so that I can order right at 9 o'clock. If you are new to December Daily, you've never heard of it before, it is a memory keeping project that Allie Edwards does where you document every day in December, and you can definitely still order the products by the time this vlog goes up. Some things might have sold out at this point. That's why I'm gonna order today. It also ships faster if I order it right away. So I am gonna order today. I know everything that I wanna order, and I'll show you guys when it all comes in. And then after that, we are gonna go to the zoo, me and my mom and my sister. So my mom lives pretty close to the Lincoln Park Zoo, and most of the zoo is outdoors. You have to make a reservation. It's free, it's always been free, but you have to make a reservation now so that they can keep capacity at a certain limit. But on a Thursday in the middle of the week, there was obviously availability. So we are just gonna go walk around at the zoo, get our steps in, see some animals, and then I think we're gonna go lay by the pool. So it's gonna be a relaxing day, just hanging out. Yesterday was super busy with all the dress shopping, and so today is gonna be a lot more chill. The dress shopping was good. So the first place we went to actually didn't have us down for an appointment. Something went wrong with the schedule. I don't know what happened. They may have had a different location under my mom's name. She's the one that made all the appointments, but they didn't have us down. So we showed up at 11 thinking we had an appointment, and the woman was like, I don't have you down. And so we were like, okay, well, what's like your next availability? When can we come back? And she was like, well, my next one's not till 11:30. And so we usually like to give it an hour, not a half hour. But if you want to try and squeeze it in right now, you know, we can do that. Do you like, especially if you kind of already know what you want and maybe what color you want. And I was like, I know exactly what color I want. So that's easy. And she was like, okay, well then let's squeeze it in. However, she was not the most attentive. The place was super cute, like the decor and all the layout, and we got to take a cute photo, and the place was super cute, and I'm glad that we went there. Obviously, this experience is a lot different than it was before. Like, I imagine before I would have had everybody, and we would have had champagne, and it would have been a lot different versus we had masks, and they had us put on plastic gloves, and like it just obviously a lot more safety. We couldn't touch any of the dresses until they were actually trying them on. Like we could just go flip through all the dresses on the rack so that she could sanitize them. Like there's just obviously a lot of extra safety, which I'm very appreciative of, but it was just a different experience. And on top of that, she was just not super friendly. And like, I understand we didn't have an appointment, so like that's fair. Like we were kind of rushed anyways, but she just was kind of, I don't know, she wasn't very helpful. Like every time my mom came out, we had to ask her to come over and clip it because the sample size was always way too big on her. Like she wasn't just like doing it right away. It felt like she wasn't invested. And I, you know, on one hand, again, I understand we didn't have an appointment, but like if you are gonna invite us to stay for a quick 30-minute appointment, then like I would have appreciated maybe a little bit more like that thoughtfulness. Like it wasn't the greatest experience, to being honest. So we did find a dress there that we liked. That was a good option. Like if we didn't find anything else at any of the other places, like it was a good option. Looked beautiful on both my mom and my sister, and it was a great option. So then we went to brunch, which was like the first time I went out to eat since like, I mean, we did the wedding tastings in Austin, but like really going out to eat, it was like, this was the first time that I did it. But in Illinois, they have a rule where when the waiter or waitress approaches the table, you have to put your mask back on. So it's not even just like when you're going to the bathroom or when you're walking to your table, like when the waiter or waitress comes up to your table, you have to put your mask back on, which is super, like I'm for it. I'm here for it. So we had brunch, it was delicious, and then we went to our second appointment of the day, and this place was fantastic. Again, super cute layout. I mean, I feel like that's all wedding type stuff, but like the whole area was super cute. We were the only people in the place. Everything just felt very fun and happy, and the woman who helped us, her name was Kelly, and she was awesome. She was so helpful, like just, especially again with both of them trying on dresses, like there's a lot going on, but she was there for us 100%. And at one point at the end, we were kind of debating between two dresses. One was actually the same dress from the first place because they carried the same brand at the second place. I feel like that's probably pretty common. There's only so many, well, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of bridesmaids dress brands. Turns out there's not that many bridesmaids dress brands that carry the color that I want. So we ended up narrowing it down to two dresses. One is the same one from the first place and then a second dress. And you know, I don't know that they make commission. I just assume that they make commission, but she was like, you know, well, which one do you like better? And I had both my mom and my sister try on both of them and took lots of pictures. And then I ended up picking the one that I like more. And she was like, that one is way less expensive than the other one. And like, I had no idea. And she wasn't, you know, I obviously hope that they're not pushing us to pick the more expensive dress just because they get a commission, but I was so thankful that she just like led me to the one that I liked better, and it just happened to be the less expensive dress. So now we have another really good option. We have one more appointment this weekend since we couldn't get in this week. So we're gonna go to that last place and try on at the last one. They're gonna try on at the last place. And if not, then we're gonna go with that dress from yesterday. It was beautiful. So super excited. It was a fun day with my mom and my sister, and here we go, another fun day with my mom and my sister, but a little bit more relaxing today. Hello, it is Sunday, and I honestly couldn't tell you where we left off. I know that I've gotten some B-roll footage or some like extra footage. I've taken clips, but I don't remember the last time that I held up the camera and said hi. I've just been spending time with my family, honestly, and I've been enjoying that. The camera has been in my purse, and I keep like intending to bring you along a little bit more, but honestly, it's been really nice to hang out with them and just kind of feel a little bit normal, somewhat. Obviously, things are nowhere near normal, and we're still wearing masks every time we go anywhere. Even the elevator from the studio, you know, to my mom's, I have to make sure I grab my mask. Even when I come, like we'll come home from dinner, one of the things I have been doing this week that has been working well is either even after we have dinner or if we go somewhere for dinner, I come down here to the studio and like do my evening routine before we start watching something on TV. So I will brush my teeth, I put my watch on the charger, wash my face, like get all ready for bed, even sometimes put my like acne stuff on my face, like I don't care, whatever, and then go back up to my mom's so we can watch something on TV. And so even that, I'm in my pajamas, like my teeth are brushed, and I'm going 7 floors, I still, you know, put my mask on in the elevator. And that's, I mean, that's just the world that we live in right now, but it's been really nice. I got some new masks though. I've heard a lot of good things about the Old Navy masks, and my mom has a bunch of them, so we swung by Old Navy yesterday. So I got this pack that's all solids, but it's kind of like warm fall colors. So you've got some browns, you've got like a maroon, and then I got this pack that's a little bit more summery, but still like, I mean, I can easily wear these into fall. It's got like a navy polka dot and then some teal and then that yellow polka dot, super cute. So that I could have some more masks. And then I got Sam this pack because all we had our black masks from Amazon that we got for China, and those I'm just kind of ready to be done with and retire. Those masks were made, they have like intense filters on them because they were made for the pollution, which is why we wore masks when we were in China, was for pollution. So I don't really want those masks anymore. And so then I got Sam this pack that's got like blues and plaid and these little anchors, and I just thought it was cute. So I'm excited about those now that we have started going places. I mean, when we were in Texas, we didn't go anywhere. We literally didn't go anywhere or see anyone. And so there was no need really for us to have a ton of masks. Like I wasn't trying to match them to my outfits there. Whereas here, I want to match them to my outfits, and we're wearing more than one mask per day. And it's just, you know, there's a lot going on. So anyway, that was a really long tangent about masks. I have a couple things that I do want to tell you about. The first one is I had all this intention to get on here and tell you about how much I love my Made For water bottle that I talked about in last month's vlog, and how once I read all the Made For material, it's not about drinking a certain number of glasses of that water bottle every single day. It's about just tracking and knowing how much water you took in, and then journaling about how you feel about that water and just kind of acknowledging it. And I think that that's super cool. Now, one of my struggles is that I love straws. If you guys have been around, I love drinking out of a straw. And so what I did was I put this reusable straw. I got this in my FabFitFun box spring, maybe? I don't know. I talked about the straw before, and it has a little container that you can carry it around in. And so I had put this in my Made For water bottle, and then I could just, because it's bendy, I could curve it in and screw it like and keep it closed, and the straw was in there all the time. And I was ready to tell you all about that. Like I had that on my list to vlog on like Thursday and never did it. Yesterday, my Made For water bottle took a tumble in a parking lot, and it just exploded, and it broke, and it went everywhere. So I emailed the team, and they allowed me to purchase another one at cost. So it's still not a cheap water bottle, but like I want to do it because I want to do the program. So I don't know how long it's going to be, but my Made For habit program is on hold because my water bottle, but oh well. The other thing I wanted to show you or tell you about is my planner. Where is it? I have had, you know, some more requests and messages about the weekly plan with me's and how they miss them, but one of the big value adds of having the weekly plan with me is seeing how it plays out in terms of the weekly vlog. So what was the plan and what actually happened? Well, I obviously showed you my plans at the beginning of this week. Like all I did was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's still all I've done. All that I've done so far is still Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I may go back and fill in Thursday through Sunday, and like almost obviously as like documenting, back planning, memory keeping, but this is all that I have done so far in my planner. I didn't even write what we did Wednesday night. And I do want to remember what we did. I also obviously have the vlogs, although we talked about I haven't been vlogging. So let me fill you in. Thursday, that's the last time we talked. Thursday morning, we went to the zoo, and then we hung out by the pool, and then we like sat on the couch and watched wedding shows, me and my mom and my sister. Friday in the morning, I just kind of hung out and did PlanwithLaken stuff. I edited, and kind of, my brother was also working from my parents' house. He just will sometimes come on Fridays and just hang out at my parents'. And so he was working, and so we just kind of worked in the morning, and then the afternoon we played games, and then we actually saw some friends on Friday night. They live like a 10-minute walking distance from my mom's. So we went over there and sat on their deck, sat 6 feet apart on their deck, and just had some wine and got to catch up with some friends, and that was so nice to like see other humans that weren't family. Like we haven't done that since February, so that felt really like real and normal. Saturday morning, we went dress shopping again. So we went to the third place to go dress shopping. And now we have two options that we're trying to decide between. They're both beautiful dresses, and they're both very flattering, and they happen to be the exact same price. They're just slightly different shades of the color that I want. So trying to decide between the dress styles and the two different colors, which one is the one that we're gonna go with. So I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna make that decision. It is a September goal, so I feel like I should make it by the end of September. And both stores said that we need to order kind of by like the end of October, beginning of November for May. So we do a little bit of time to make that decision. And then Saturday afternoon, we actually went on a boat. My mom, years ago, I don't even remember why, like what was the first time, what we were celebrating the first time, but she found this boat company that's family owned, and she can almost always find a Groupon for it. And it's a good experience. It's on the river, and they have two different size boats. So they have a smaller one and they have a bigger one that fits more people. We just did the smaller one because it was just like my parents, me and Sam, and then my brother and sister, because everybody else was busy doing other things. So she reserved the small one, and it's just it's 2 hours. You can bring your own anything, drinks, food, whatever. And so we just cruise up and down the river basically and see beautiful views. It was a gorgeous day, and we have a playlist for the boat that we've been working on for literal years, because again, we did this for the first time years ago, and now we do it like all the time. It's just like to celebrate things, and this, to be honest, the boat we reserved originally for my bridesmaids when they were all supposed to come to Chicago to go dress shopping. We reserved the boat for that, and they didn't let my mom like cancel completely, but they did let her reschedule. So she rescheduled it to this weekend. So that was really fun. And then we went to dinner. And then today we've just been kind of hanging out. I actually got to see another friend today. She came into the city, and so we got to sit and catch up, and it was, again, really nice to just like see a friend and have some girl time. And so that was really nice. I just got to hang with her for a few hours, and then otherwise my family's just been like vegging, because the weather up until now has actually been gross. It's been rainy and gloomy and windy and kind of chilly. I mean, it's not cold. I'm aware that Chicago, it's not cold, but it was not as nice as it was yesterday, so nobody really wanted to be outside. And now it's about 5 o'clock, and it's actually nice outside. So we're gonna all go for a walk and enjoy the last bit of summer for us, because by the time we get back here, it's gonna be cold. So we're gonna go enjoy the last bit of Chicago summer. Before I go, looking at my planner reminded me of one other thing that I want to tell you about. I've had a lot of questions about this because I know a lot of you also have goals related to social media, and that is the content batching course that I took. I didn't promote or like tell everyone what it was called because I didn't know when she was opening it back up for enrollment. I signed up as the first group because I'd been following her on Instagram, and I was very impressed with everything that I was seeing. And so I totally trusted her and signed up for that first group. And she also said that the first group was gonna be the only group that was live. And I wanted the benefit of it being live because I knew I would get more out of it, and I would follow through if I was attending the courses live, the ones that I could. Sometimes I had to work, but the ones that I could attend live, I did. And I just finished it up. We had our last course this past week. She also announced this week on Instagram that she is opening it up for the next batch, which is also going to be live. And so if you are interested in content creation and saving time when it comes to content creation, highly, highly recommend her class. It's awesome. She is fantastic. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm gonna leave it linked down below, not affiliate. Like, this is just, I signed up for this class. I got a ton of value out of it, and I think that you can too, is if this is something that you're interested in. And I know a lot of you have asked me about it. So her name is Amanda Warfield. You can find her. It's Mrs. Amanda Warfield on Instagram. Again, I'll leave it linked down below if you wanna go sign up. I highly recommend, if you're interested, getting on the wait list, because she's going to open it up to the wait list a day earlier than when she'll post like the links everywhere. All right, I think that's it. That's all I had to update you on. I could not believe that it is already time for us to leave Chicago and start driving back again. All the driving, but it was super worth it, and it was a really great week with my family. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this weekly vlog here so I can soak up the last bit of family time while I'm here. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you so much for watching. Happy planning of my, is that the right word? Not locations, not what I meant to say. That's okay, let me finish this. I apologize. Bigger month of August, I almost said Austin. What's the word? And I just hit myself in the head with a straw. I haven't been promoting it crazily.